Hello, everybody. So, I wanted to share my meditation practice with you today. And what's been coming up for me today, and especially recently, is really just accepting myself and meeting myself where I'm at. And it's a friend of mine who told me recently, what if you allow yourself to be who you are today? So, today I want to invite you and myself to allow ourselves to be who we are today, allow ourselves to be where we are today, and just accept and love ourselves all the more so. So, I'm going to take you through about a 10-minute meditation practice with me, and I hope that after this, if there's maybe something that you are struggling to accept today, or finding it a challenge to work through, that you'll be able to love yourself in this moment and accept it. Because once we accept where we are, that is maybe where we can grow. So let's all close our eyes and just breathe. And maybe just do a quick body scan. Listen to any sounds around you. Let's just arrive in our bodies. Maybe it's the beginning of your day, or maybe it's towards the middle or end of your day, but sometimes we really don't fully arrive in our bodies. So maybe even rub your hands along your shoulders and your legs, just to let your body know that you're here. And then slowly we'll start to really just bring our awareness to our breaths. And sometimes when things get challenging, we often maybe don't breathe as fully. So let's just fully breathe. Now, if there's maybe something coming up for you that is maybe a challenge right now to accept and love in you, or in maybe your behavior, or in something that happened that maybe you are blaming yourself for, maybe just let yourself acknowledge that. Maybe it's something that happened this week, or something even from today, or something that is here with you right now, that maybe you haven't given yourself permission to fully accept. Something I've been very hard on myself lately about is just allowing myself to be human and not be perfect, not be as good as I think I need to be at something, allowing myself to maybe even make a mistake, or what feels like a mistake, because I think every mistake is an opportunity to grow. But I've been very hard on myself for just being a messy human being this week. And especially today. So I'm going to let myself just acknowledge that. That part of me that wants to be good and feels that I should be further along. And also just acknowledge that part of me that is impatient and hard on my own self, that is there. And that part of me that sometimes tries very hard instead of letting go. Maybe the part of me that is scared. And then there's this part of me that is sometimes protecting, where I want to actually let my guard down. So if you have any of these parts in you that maybe it's been a challenge for you to accept, or maybe you've been hard on yourself for, invite them in. Let them all be there. And if any emotions come up, let them also be there. And I know it can be scary sometimes to fully bring our emotions in. If they come up, just breathe. I promise you, you are strong enough to be a container for all the emotions in you. So let's fully feel whatever is a challenge right now and acknowledge it. And now, just start to breathe into that. And start to be aware of maybe in your body you felt that emotion. For me, I definitely felt it in my chest, maybe in my heart space. It feels like there's a bit of a weight on it almost. So let's just breathe and see if we can just start to melt and soften around where we maybe feel some of these emotions are stuck in our body. Sometimes the breath can be a great way to allow things to pass through. And emotions are energy in motion. And they sometimes just need to find a way through. Almost like a river, where sometimes the water might meet rocks and kind of get a little stuck, and it needs to maybe find another channel or pathway. And sometimes it just needs to find another channel to move through. So just let yourself breathe into whatever stuckness you're feeling and invite it to soften. Now, I invite you with me to welcome in the feeling of love. Whatever love evokes in you, just allow it to fill up whatever space in you is maybe feeling that tightness or that emotion. Let it fill up with love and acceptance. Sometimes holding on and resisting can actually be pretty exhausting. So I invite you to breathe in the feeling of love with me and see if that lets whatever you're feeling soften a little bit. Maybe it feels like a bit of a relief or a little bit easier. Whatever love evokes in you, maybe it's the love you felt for someone else or a pet. Can you bring that in and allow that love, that feeling of love to fill you up? Sometimes we give love to others, but we forget to pour it back into us. So I invite you to let yourself fill up with love and breathe that love into your chest, your heart space, wherever those emotions in you lie, that you are inviting in to accept right now. And I invite you to bring your hand to your heart or any part of your body where you're feeling emotion. And I invite you to say this affirmation with me. I accept you. I accept you. I accept you. You are allowed to be here today as you are. It's okay. I accept you. I love you. Just breathe into that. And just notice how you feel. Has anything shifted? Does anything feel a little bit softer, a little bit lighter? And if there's still a little bit of heaviness, that is okay. Allow yourself to be where you are today in this moment. And slowly open your eyes and come back into the room or space. All right. Thank you for practicing this meditation with me, and I look forward to bringing you more. And I hope that this has maybe given you a little bit of permission to meet yourself where you are today and invite in acceptance. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.